Rachel, Cathy, hey, congratulations for My Best Friend's Exorcism.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Hi.
Hi. So let's start off with that obligatory question. What initially attracted you to this project? Rachel, go ahead and go first.
I will go first. I definitely am gonna say the time period that it's set in. I feel like it's the elephant in the room. It's the 80s. It was just when I initially saw that, like seeing a project this big land on my doorstep was just a very big deal for me. And I immediately wanted to be a part of it. The time period, the type of character that I was getting to play, she has complex issues. And even in the first sides they sent me, I had to do like 3 scenes, and it was some pretty intense stuff. I know you've seen the film. I had to do a pretty intense scene for like my first audition, and just seeing how far they went, I hadn't read the book yet. And so I was a bit confused about what my character was going through in that special scene that I have. And so I think what initially brought me to it was just the largeness and the campness of it. And I definitely wanted to be a part of something with so much point of view.
Wow. What about for you, Cathy?
For me, I think, just getting the audition sides, for me, what was very exciting was that I hadn't seen this girl on screen, and a young Asian American in the 80s in a Catholic school who was, going through some of her, she was realizing things about herself that would be really difficult. And I just was very excited at the opportunity to explore that arc. And like Rachel said, like it's fun too, like there's just so much fun in the script immediately. And like, these girls, even if we haven't seen them on screen, like we know who they are and they deserve their time. And so like, I think I was very excited about that. And also just like becoming friends and like developing the friendship that the 4 girls have. So that's all great. And then, once we were on set, it was just fun all day.
I've seen the film, and I'm actually surprised, amazed to both of your performances, particularly I want to say to reactions to certain food or lack of food and so on. How did you pull off those scenes, those convulsion scenes? It looks so real. Cathy?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I was going to say Cathy could go first, but Rachel wants.
Well, it helps to have just a team that will help you look the part. That was kind of the first time. It wasn't like exactly like special effects, but like it was one of the first times that I got to do that kind of makeup, so it was cool. But also looking up at Amiah Miller's face, like as she's just smiling as you're maybe about to die, like it's pretty, it gives you a lot. She gives you a lot to work with as an actor, and that was very helpful. And I think it was just, there was time to play and experiment with your body and like how it would move and what it would look like. And so I'm appreciative of like the whole team kind of working or helping me work through that. Yeah.
And Rachel, you had a similar type of
Been a little similar, yes. I think for me, definitely a lot of what Cathy said, the team we were working with, everyone, worked super hard to make us feel as comfortable as we could so that we could go there as actresses, which was very much appreciated. Like Cathy to Amiah was me to Elsie. Elsie was with me during that scene, and in between takes, she was just a really good friend to have while you're doing this super intense scene. So I definitely accredit her to how far I was able to go in that scene and just her going there with me. Also with Damon, I feel like a lot of how far we went with like the convulsing and stuff in that scene is his, wanting to go there every single time, every single take, he's wanting to go there, and that motivates me to want to go there. And so it's like each take we were just building on making it even more realistic, making it stronger, making it better. He was really smart about making, telling me things that would make me feel like, what is she physically feeling in this moment that I could sort of imagine. And then, once the CGI is all there, you're not gonna have to imagine much. But for me as the actress, I think he was, very helpful with helping me imagine where I was mentally and physically.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, one of the most popular games, whether it's the 80s, the 90s, or even today, is that spirit board. I'm guessing both of you have probably played around with the spirit board in real life. What was your experience and do you believe in it?
I personally have not ever played with a spirit board in my spare time. Try to stay away from the bad spirits, try to keep the good vibes. So definitely not the first one to grab the spirit board out of the friend group like Margaret would.
Yeah, I guess for me, I might have played it when I was like young with my older sisters, but I don't even remember it. So clearly there were probably no like crazy spirits hanging out. So I think we had a lot of fun on set, just kind of like pretending as though, you know, oh no, there's a spirit, you better watch out. I think some people got a little scared at times, but it was just fun.
Most excellent. Well, one more thing before I let you both go is because, you know, like you indicated, you know, this is a period piece and so on. Do you ladies miss the hairdos from that production?
Yes. You know, okay, so actually, the first time that I put on, I got to wear a wig every day, and like the first time that I put that on, I looked at myself and was like, whoa, it's my mom. And I think that that was really special to just be like, oh my God, I'm getting to kind of play a version of my mom in the 80s. And so I definitely miss that hair. I'm very excited for people to see it because my hair is obviously very different. But you know, it's like everything about the 80s was just so big and fun and hair included. And so I definitely miss it.
What about for you, Rachel?
For me, I feel like, so in the 80s, you know, my character, she's Black, she's biracial, so most girls back then were getting blowouts, and I'm not the biggest fan of the blowout. I love to wear my hair big and curly, so the hair in the film was interesting for me. It was interesting to go to the place where someone who looks like me would want to make themselves smaller or would want to like fit like a westernized beauty standard, and that's kind of what Margaret does, is she tries to look like her friends. Whereas if she went natural, she would kind of look like me. So it was definitely interesting going there to be someone who looks like me in the 80s and how she has a relationship with her hair.
Wow, that is terrific to hear. Well, to both of you, hey, thank you for carrying this conversation. You are not like the mean girls in the film at all. So you're both fun and generous.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.